Welcome everyone. I'm playing a game called Cinderella Phenomenon. Um, it is an otome game where I'm guessing I'm playing as this chick, and it's kind of a Cinderella story. Also, on the Steam page it said this girl's name is Lucette. I hope I could pick my own name for her because that is the name of my dog, and that's weird. Um, anyway, let's get started. You make Okay, right off the bat, already reading things wrong. Um, so let me just say I'm sorry for any lip smacking, background noises, or stuttering, which happens a lot when I'm reading out loud. Anyway, we recommend viewing the tutorial if this is your first time playing a Renpai visual novel. Would you like to view the tutorial? I have played a Renpai visual novel, but that was Doki Doki, and yeah, I'll view it anyway. Welcome to the tutorial, a quick run through of the shortcuts and functions of Cinderella Phenomenon. To advance through text, click the spacebar or enter. Should you miss a line or two while reading, you can always click the back button in the quick menu that is located on the upper right hand corner of the text box. That was a mouthful. Not really. There's a limited amount of lines you can roll back to when you use this function. The shortcut for this function is page up, which I do not have because I'm on a Mac. For the lines you have already seen, you can click the skip button to toggle the activation of skip mode. The keyboard shortcut for this function is tab or holding control. For the best experience, you may activate auto forward mode. It could also be deactivated when you advance the text manually. The text speed and time for the delay may be adjusted through settings. In-game menus, which consist of settings and save files, can be accessed by clicking on the glass slipper or simply pressing right-click. In the settings menu, you can customize your reading experience. You can also enable or disable full screen mode and the right choice indicator. The fuck is a right choice indicator? I didn't even read that in the settings. This is also where you can customize the skip mode function. Settings menu lets you adjust the text speed, blah blah blah. I already know all this stuff. You can have up to 72 save files in the save menu. They can be loaded even while playing the story in case you need to recall the events or reconsider your choices. That concludes the tutorial. Enjoy Cinderella Phenomenon experience. Yay. Oh, once upon a time, in a kingdom far, far away, there were two crystals. This sounds like the opening to Shrek, just saying. One was the Crystallum Lucius, protected by the ruler of the fairies. Something tells me I'm gonna botch all the fucking names in this game. The other was Crystallum Tenebrarum, which was watched over by the High Leader of the Witches. The Lucius was sustained by love, happiness, and joy. The Tenebrarum by fear, anger, and hatred. The fairies and witches lived in harmony with the humans of the kingdom. They regulated the powers of the crystals in order to maintain balance between darkness and light. For there can be no joy without sadness, no courage without fear. The kingdom was at peace for a time. Then one day, a traveling bard decided to write stories, tales of the magic and wonders of the kingdom. Of course a bard! What's he gonna do, fuck the witches? He named these stories fairy tales. In fairy tales, the light always emerged victorious, and true love was the usual reward. The fairy tales spread further than could have been predicted. The humans of the kingdom began to believe that fairy tales were true, and that the magic of the witches was inherently wicked and cruel. The witches became hated and feared. Eventually, they were hunted like animals. The witch hunt. I thought it was going to be like the witches turned out greedy and used their crystal more, because that's a really common trope in this light versus dark thing. The High Leader of the Witches, in all of her anger, created the fairy tale curse. You think we are wicked? So be it. Just as you have taken our happily ever afters, we shall take yours. The witches used the fairy tale curse to attack humans indiscriminately, ultimately throwing the kingdom into chaos and darkness. See, I knew it. I knew this was coming already, but it's not entirely their fault. They didn't start this. The ruler of the fairies, the Lucius Bearer, sought to regain peace, but the witches were blinded by their hatred for humans, who were responsible for the whole witch genocide. A terrible war, the Great War, began. Eventually, the Tenebrarum Bearer, the High Leader of the witches, was finally defeated. Of course. The Tenebrarum was lost, peace was restored, and the light once again triumphed. But darkness can never fully disappear. It waits in the shadows, patient for when its time will inevitably return. Aw, man, I don't get to change the name. I'm gonna have to play as my fucking dog. I don't understand what this wants me to do. Oh, there we go. Prologue, the Princess. My name is Lucette Riella Britton, daughter of King Gennaro Britton III. I am the crown princess of the kingdom, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. At least that was who I used to be. But that was before yesterday, when I became a victim of the infamous fairy tale curse. Everyone has forgotten my birthright. Now I am nothing more than a lowly peasant. I feel like I am stuck in a nightmare. But no, this is my reality now. I still have no idea what I must do to break the curse. I close my eyes and remember that day. It had started out like any other day. Have you heard? Another person was cursed. Thank you, Maid A. I think I know that already. I am on my way to the dining hall for breakfast when I stop and listen to the sound of hushed voices. There are two maids standing next to each other with brooms in hand. These two are slacking off. That's terrible. What fairy tale curse was it? They said it was Pinocchio. Pinocchio? The fairy tale with the lying boy whose nose grows longer? That's awful. There's a lot more to that fairy tale, Maid B. You know, more and more people have been getting cursed lately. You think those wicked witches are up to something again? I thought the fairy tale curses would stop after you-know-who was defeated. Is this Harry Potter? Are we fighting Voldemort again? I hope not. You two were hired to work, not talk. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. We're sorry, Your Highness. As can only be expected from the likes of them. Another fairy tale curse. The fairy tale curse started spreading even before the Great War began. I do not have much interest in its effects even now. After all, most humans probably deserve to get cursed. The victims are weak. Angel would be better off without the dead weight. If it were up to Mother, the ghosts would have been banished from Angiel the instant they fell prey to it. But Mother is not here anymore. And she will not come back, ever. Oh, we got an orphan! Orphan alert! Orphan alert! She can't read and she's an orphan. Princess, the king and queen are waiting in the dining hall. Didn't I just tell you to fuck off and start working? I am on my way. The king, Ophelia, and Rod are all present in the dining hall. Someone is conspicuously missing, but I ignore their absence. Good morning, Lucette. Oh, I'm not gonna get over that name. It's my dog's name. Good morning, Your Majesty. Isn't this guy your father or something? Wouldn't he be? Good morning. I'm not gonna say her name anymore. ... Lucette. I have to. Now, don't I? I don't like saying that. Ophelia. Ophelia Widensov. That's a dumbass name. What the fuck is a Widensov? Every day I wonder why my father, the king, married a lowly baker. She could never be a true queen, for she pales in comparison to Mother. I take my seat next to the king and then look up at the person sitting opposite me. Oh, he's cute. I was gonna say this earlier, but this guy, this kid right here, he's got the little button. He's short and angry. He's definitely a tsundere. Oh. Oh! Rod Benedict Widensov, my stepbrother, is bored and quiet as usual. Is he one of the options? Okay. He is 2 years my junior and the younger of Ophelia's children. How many children does she have? He is mute and uses a plush bunny to voice his thoughts. What? It was apparently given to him by a fairy. Oh. He minds his own business and is easy to deal with. But his older sister... My eyes go to the empty seat beside him. She's probably the most infuriating person I've ever had the displeasure of knowing. Oh yeah, another apology. Oh shit. I might talk too fast and roll over my words. I'm sorry for that. Okay, anyway. I'm so sorry I'm late. I was reading and forgot the time. You sound annoying. And here she is. Good morning, dear father, mother. Good morning, Rod. And good morning to you, Lucette. It's a beautiful morning, isn't it? Emmeline Widensov, Rod's elder sister and my stepsister. She acts as if we are blood, as if she too were born a princess. As if she could be crowned princess, perhaps steal my place. I will never let that happen. You sound like a fucking snob, and I hate you. Now that everyone is here, let us begin. Butlers glide in... Butlers glide inside with silver trays to carry... Butlers glide inside with silver trays to carefully serve us breakfast. There we go. Clink, clink, motherfuckers. So... Emmeline, you were reading the fairy tale books that the king brought you? Oh, yes. There are so many, and they are also wonderful. I made a voice higher. Thank you so much, Father. I am happy that you like them. I love them. It's so strange that the library didn't have any to... Shit! It's so strange that the library didn't have any of them to begin with. That is because Mother hated them. She had all the books burned. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. But why? They're such charming stories. Fairy tales misled humans into believing. Wait, okay, let me start over. Fairy tales mislead humans into believing that they can have things they do not deserve. Fame, riches, love, happily ever afters. And when their wishes do not come to the fruition exactly as they want them to, the humans blame the witches for granting them in the first place. What are you implying about the witches, Lucy? The atmosphere shifts, the air in the room growing heavy. I continue to eat. Perhaps witches are not responsible for the evil in this world. Perhaps humans are the cause of their own downfall. Have you any idea what you are talking about, child? Witches have caused nothing but pain and suffering to this kingdom. Lies! You're a liar! He's a fucking liar, everyone! Kokichi! Even now, they still spread the fairy tale curse to our innocent subjects. They've got a fucking reason for that bitch, baby! The truth is, I know very little about the time the witches had free reign over Angia. I was very young then, and Mother forbade me to leave this palace. Sometimes even my room. I know nothing of the people's supposed pain and suffering. Mother kept me away from everyone. And so I cannot bring myself to care. How do you know the cursed are innocent? Our people have been toiling day and night to rebuild Angiel after the Great War. Our people are the kingdom's foundation, and I am endlessly grateful for their determination and resolve. Every day I wonder what your mother taught you about. Leave Mother out of this. Dear, please. Lucette, darling, your father didn't mean to. I am not one of your children, Ophelia. I do not need your sympathy. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Lucette, you will show your mother respect. She is not my mother. I set down my fork and knife and stand up. I am done. Excuse me. My father and I have never got on, but our relationship has significantly worsened since he married the baker. My father, the king. It has been 17 years, and I have never felt any love from him. He treats Emmeline and Rod, who only entered our life 1 year ago, like his own children, better than he has ever treated me. This has been my life ever since Mother passed away 4 years ago. Mother was the only one that was there for me when no one else was. If it wasn't for the accident during the Great War, she would still be here. Why this set of face so early in the morning, Princess? I don't know, man. Maybe because my father doesn't love me. You have creepy eyes. Your eyes are yellow. You're evil. Let me guess. It's the king, the queen, or Princess Emmeline. Or is it all of them? I ignore his question. Fritz, what are you doing here so early? I'm running some errands for my father. Fitzgerald Aidan Leverton, son of the highest knight of the Order of Calderon. His father, Sir Alcaster, has served the royal family for many years. Sir Alcaster is one of the king's most trusted advisors. 3 years ago, Fritz was assigned the honor of becoming my personal knight. His presence is the only company I can tolerate nowadays. You should wait in the throne room then. Thank you. Princess? Yes? You know, I haven't seen you smile once since I met you. Why is that of any importance? Still, I do hope to see you smile one day, Princess. Well, I won't take up any more of your time. I'll see you at 10. 10? Don't tell me you've forgotten. Forgotten what? You're going to town today, remember? I deflate as the realization dawns upon me. It's been 2 days since the king issued the order. Who said I would like you to accompany Emmeline on one of her town outings. Surely you could send maids with her instead. I would not have requested you to accompany her if I was going to send her with maids. I want you to make an effort to get along with your sister. Step-sister. She is your sister, and you will treat her and Rod as if they were of your own blood. 2 days from now, you are going to accompany Emmeline outside. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. It has been 4 years since you last left the palace. Ever since then, you have locked yourself away. You barely leave your room. Angiel was in the grip of war back then. But now the kingdom is safe and back to its former glory. I want you to see how beautiful Angiel really is. Who said a princess must know her kingdom. Go with Emmeline, and she will show you the town that you only ever got to see through windows. What? Okay. Go with Emmeline, and she will show you the town that you only ever see through your windows. Is that an order? If it needs to be. Are we clear? Lou said. Understood. The last time I left the palace was 4 years ago when the king took me with him to check on the people after the Great War had ended. I shake my head, removing myself from the memory. I am safe here. Princess, are you all right? It won't be that bad. The townsfolk are good people. How can you be so sure? Times have changed. People change. That is precisely the problem. Mother never changed. Mother loved me until the end. Sometimes change is for the better, Princess. I think you'll see that today. If you'll excuse me, I shall see you later. Delora, what the fuck is that? Do you think witches are capable of bringing back the dead? I wish you could talk to me, you and the others. So it's a doll. Okay. My dolls are my only friends. They are the only ones I can trust. Unlike humans, they will never betray me. They will never hurt me. They will always be there for me. The moment I saw Delora, I knew she was special. She was different, so elegant and realistic, it was almost as if she was breathing. She was a gift from the king on my 17th birthday. I only started receiving dolls from him when Mother passed away. Mother does not believe in birthday celebrations. But every year at midnight, a letter would appear under my door. It would contain instructions leading me through the palace on an adventure to a room filled with gifts, cakes, and sweets. A child's dream. I had been fascinated by the dolls, which had always held a little greeting card. A card with the words "I love you" signed on it, signed by M. The card would tell me to keep those celebrations in a special secret, but I didn't need to be told that. Mother always found a way to show me she still cared, in her own way. Secret celebrations had stopped as soon as she had disappeared. Yes? Excuse me, Your Highness, the king has requested your presence. This better not be another lecture. Tell him I am on my way. I'll see you later, Delora. Oh. Good morning, Your Highness. You have green hair. That's evil, evil, evil man. Sir Mithras. Sir Mithras, the royal adviser. Father trusts him a great deal, just like he does Sir Alcester. Every day you look more and more like your mother. I sometimes find Sir Mithras talking to Mother's portrait when he thinks no one is looking. He must have admired her a lot, but I cannot bring myself to think highly of him. There is something about him that puts me on edge. I... Jesus Christ, I can't even read my own lines. Are you on your way to see the king? I shall not keep you then. Until our next meeting, dear princess. Your Majesty. Lucette, are you ready? You will enjoy this, Lucette. I've heard the toy shop has lovely dolls. This will be good for you. You will get to know your sister better, and you will be able to interact with and learn about the people of Angiel, about our subjects. I will not learn anything I do not already know. Why do you always believe that the people around you are incapable of good? Because I have seen how quickly people will betray and manipulate each other to get what they want. Mother warned me about human nature. You do not see clearly, Lucette. If you would only open your eyes, you would be able to see how good people really are. I believe I am quite capable of seeing the true nature of people. After all, I've seen that there is no good in you. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Lucette, where were you when I needed you 4 years ago? Where have you ever... For fuck's sake! Where have you been ever since? Back then, I'd been overflowing with grief and pain. I'd just lost Mother, my entire world. I'd hoped that maybe then he would have shown me love and compassion. Even just a hug to let me know someone was there. It had been a childish hope. I had been left alone. I did not see him for months, had barely even heard his voice. You cannot rely on anyone but yourself. You cannot trust anyone but yourself. This is what you have taught me, Your Majesty. I know that I've hurt you. I know there is nothing I can do to atone for what I did. But please, Ophelia and her children are not a part of that. They do not deserve to be hated. In the end, they still matter more to him than I ever did. Lucette, enough. I have already said I would go. Everyone is waiting outside. I shudder at the thought of leaving the palace after so many years. Lucette, it will be okay. How can you be so sure? Thank you for agreeing to accompany Emmeline. I will not disobey an order from the king. Excuse me. Hello, how can I help? Fiorca! What the fuck kind of name? Fiorica! Emmeline, I mean Prince Emmeline, it's good to see you. I trail Emmeline, ignoring her as she embraces her friend. I glance around the small shop. The dolls displayed are nowhere near the quality of the ones in my room. Am I wearing a fucking onesie or something? I cannot understand why Emmeline insisted she buy gifts for her friends here. I cannot believe I am outside the palace. There's no need to be so tense, princess. I would never let anything happen to you. I'm fucking evil. Your only job is to relax and enjoy yourself while I stab you in the neck with this sword. You ask the impossible of me. There's no need to be formal, Viorica. I am still the same as I was. Oh yes, Rod's come along as well. It's been a while, Viorica. I thought you didn't talk. It's good to see you again too, Rod. And and I must introduce you to Her Highness the Crown Princess Lucette. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. The look on Viorica's face as she takes a step back from me is all too familiar. Fear. My apologies for being so rude, Your Highness. Good morning. Wow, the screen shook. And this is Sir Fitzgerald, Sir Alcaster's son. It's a pleasure to meet you, my lady. Oh, you're Sir Fitzgerald? You really are as handsome as Emmeline described in her letters. I'm sorry. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Viorica, how fucking dare you? You know I love this man. I mean, what? I'll fucking kill you for doing that, bitch. I'm not funny. Please don't mind her, Sir Fitzgerald. I'm sorry, Emily. Right. I'm fucking crazy. So, what brings you all the way here? Oh, I'm here to get some toys. Gifts for some new friends. Toys from here? Are you sure? Of course I am. I cross my arms. I would prefer we finish this errand as quickly as possible. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Jesus fucking Christ. Be fucking patient, bitch. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, Your Highness. Jesus Christ, have a little backbone. Princess. I can barely breathe in here. I just want to go back to the palace. Is that a woman? I think that's a woman. Okay, yeah, it is. Good morning! I'm so sick of saying exclamation point 3 times. It's not funny anymore. Up until this point, I had always considered Mother to be the fairest beauty in this land. The lady that walks in proves me wrong. Her beauty is mesmerizing and clearly without peer. Everyone in the shop is openly staring. Oh, you're early today, ma'am. I have some important errands to run later today. Are the items ready now? Oh, of course. Let me go and fetch them for you. I'll just be one moment, Emmeline. Why is she smiling at me? You're creepy. You're probably evil too. Everyone in this game is fucking evil. And short, apparently. Here you are, ma'am. Thank you. Ah, that lady was beautiful. Right? Any girl standing next to her becomes hopelessly ugly by comparison. Who is she? She's new around town. Some say she's a fairy. A fairy? Fairies have saved Angiel from the witches years ago. Everyone considered them our saviors, and yet the fairies are still unable to stop the fairy tale curse from spreading. Here you go. Thank you so much. No, thank you, Viorica. I hope to drop by again soon. Good luck. I'll look forward to seeing you again. I hope to see you again soon as well, Rod. Likewise. Leaving the palace was a bad idea. While I am out, I am the center of attention. Some townsfolk point and stare at me. Most, however, make a point of avoiding me, like I am the plague. Good. It's the 20s now. It's about time there was another plague outbreak. And a war! There are some spiteful stares, but thankfully none of them are nearly as intense as they were 4 years ago. I'm sure the townsfolk are only surprised to see you again after so many years. Right. Fritz and Rod lag behind us, which leaves only Emmeline walking beside me. I cannot decide which is worse, the staring or her company. Oh, Lucette, look, a street performance! It's been so long since I last watched one. Street performance? Ooh, this guy's cute. He's cute. Good day, everyone. My name is Waltz, and I'm here to spread some happiness and magic. Ooh. The boy named Walt snapped his fingers, and colorful flower petals start to rain from the sky. That's not how you spell colorful. Where is the U? Fuck off with your dumbass spelling, Americans. Isn't that pretty, Lucette? I feel like everyone's talking about dog. And are those the princesses over there? It's an honor to have you in attendance. Please accept this humble gift. He snaps his fingers and white lilies appear in his hand. Oh, thank you. The boy looks at me as if expecting some kind of reaction. When he gets nothing from me, he sighs and gives me a wry smile. I hope to see you again during my next show. That was it? That was the whole fucking thing? That sucked! We'll definitely try. He gracefully bows before moving back into his area to perform more magic tricks for a gathering crowd. There are performers like this all around, Angia. I love them. Maybe someday we'll get to see some musicians too. Those are my favorite. I do not intend to leave the palace again. But you don't like it out here? Rod and I grew up here. I love NGL, and this is my favorite part of the kingdom. I wanted to share this with you, Lucette. I know you didn't really want to come, but you still tagged along. That means a lot to me, so thank you. I did not do this for you. I'm only here because the king ordered me to go with you. I just want us to be closer, Lucette. I would like to try to be your friend. I do not want or need your friendship. That should be a no. No matter how you act around me, we are not and never will be sisters. I'd take care to remember that if I were you. But Rod suddenly grabs my hand, pulling me away from Emmeline. Stop. He's staring daggers at me. I think this is the first time I've ever seen him angry. Rod, don't. Let me go. Both of you ought to stay away from me. I feel the heavy atmosphere as I turn around and look at the people staring at us. Their expressions mirror the looks of disdain I saw years ago. Anger, disgust, hatred. I begin to walk away. Princess, wait! Don't follow me. Princess! I adjust my cloak, making sure my face is hidden from view. I should have never left the palace. As I walk around, I watch the people bumbling down the streets. So carefree. They work so hard for so little reward. They could work their entire lives and never have a fraction of what I have. And yet, They are happy. And I heard Annis lost her job at the palace. It's true, Crown Princess Lucette made sure the poor girl is fired. I stop in my tracks at the mention of my name. Not again. Annis? Was that the name of that one maid that tore Dolores' dress? If so, my decision to fire her was justified. A palace maid cannot be clumsy. Why should I tolerate poor performance? What did I do that was so wrong? I know Annis. I know that Annis, hard-working and big-hearted, very good with medicine. Shame she lost her job so quickly. You know how hard the crown princess is to please. My friend at the palace says she doesn't even smile, only goes around with that cold look on her face. That's probably why they call her the Ice Princess. Hey, excuse me, I'm not fucking Elsa. Ice Princess? So all those times I heard the servants saying that, I'd always suspected they were talking about me. She's the complete opposite of our Princess Emmeline. That child's an angel. We all know she should be crown princess. Annoyance begins to simmer inside me. I cannot stand hearing any more, so I walk away. Ever since Emmeline entered my life, I'm always being compared to her. And now I have become second best. I am Lucette Riella Breton, daughter of King Breton III, and the crown princess of the kingdom of Angiel. I am of royal blood. She is nothing. There you are. Princess, you must come back with me. It's getting too late for you to remain outside. Princess? Are you all right? Are you hurt? I brush him off and turn away. No need to fuss. Let us return to the palace. And I'm gonna leave it off there. So, I mean, I kind of like it. Like, it's not bad, but I don't know, it's kind of boring right now. Hopefully, the story will pick up soon and it'll get more exciting. Anyway, thanks for watching. Um, Subscribe, comment what you think about it. Yeah, I'm not good at these outro bits. I'll probably record one later. Anyway, bye.